Mirage coming up. PeeP up against K27. The first map of the best of 3. The first map of the series. Both of these teams currently lost all of their games. PeeP 0-2, K27 0-1 in the best of 3 department in this tournament. So kind of bottom of the barrel matchup here, but certainly one of these teams will be advancing to a way better position off of that one win. Still early stages of the tournament as well, so you know, plenty of things to be changed here. Gonna look to head towards B. It's gonna be Savage with the frag, Twinkie with the refrag, and the bomb is meanwhile being planted on A. Oh, this is a beautiful fake. There are 2 going towards Zabs. They're like, surely, so they pull all the rotations, and what a way to open up for K27. Even though they have the player disadvantage here, this is a lot of time ticked off the clock already. I don't exactly see a defuse kit in the mix, so that will certainly challenge things a bit more. But no, looks like it's just going to be the quick overwhelm here. Too many angles to watch. Only Zito left for the... well, nothing really for falling in his grave there. Yeah, no defuse kit, long defuse, but PeeP will convert it first. But gotta give it up to K27. There was a very nice way how to crack open the bomb site. Right here, Savage and I don't know how to pronounce his name, Labeuka? Lathriuka? Well, you know, chat if you know. Laviuka, there you go. That's how I'll say it then. First on the board for PeeP. Perhaps a rather difficult round this one, as K27 after that plan decide they have enough cash and enough willpower to bring it over the line to actually buy up here. Somebody's looking to get flashed in towards mid, but they are somewhat watching it. Actually, they're just playing anti-flash looking towards under, I guess. Slowing things down a little. The nade is gonna tickle him quite a bit, maybe a bit more than tickle. And now, left alone towards mid. It's a nice setup, but oh, it's nasty and it doesn't work out really. Even though Savage equalizes the scoreboard now, he's gonna get away towards short. Relaxi and Elliot to do it all. And it will be Elliot to get the frag. It's only Brilliance left alive then, and he certainly has to live up to that username. Ooh, actually, very weird timing. Low HP there as well. He should catch the first one. That's the bomb dropped as well. Brilliance halfway there to fulfill this one. He just quickly relocates. He's actually worried about the B player, so maybe a bit of a weird timing on Relaxi here coming from mid. But as he clears this out, I wonder if he goes back to get the bomb. Actually, Relaxi want to clear him as well. They're looking for each other. They've switched places now. And Brilliance now will just rotate away. I'm not sure if this is heard by Relaxi, but I mean, certainly this could have been. So, hey, the bomb is gone. Uh-oh, a little bit of a problem, but Brilliance is actually on a hot pursuit here. As he arrives towards short, Relaxi. This is such a timing game. Oh, he doesn't spot him. He doesn't hear the plant either, but now he certainly will know. As Relaxi now gets away, tucks in the corner, he's spotted, long range, tagged up already. Switches out for the other M4, and Relaxi, that's a big thing, just needs that final frag and he gets it. Brilliance unfortunately denied the 1v2, and K27 quickly, as they lost the first, they put the second on the board. Towards mid, the setup was very aggressive. It kind of works out, it kind of really just goes frag for frag, but ultimately one frag advantage for K27. Brilliance able to get the refrag, but the clutch, even though it was a nice attempt, I think I like how he relocated away from the bomb and didn't go for the immediate 1v1 since he didn't know where the last player is. Unfortunately, he still gets punished, so K27 on an equal footing here, 1-1 on the scoreboard, and just in general, both teams looking kind of similar. Ooh, oh my god, the Deagle is good for one. More tag up action as well. Zito, though, will deal with the pistols, so this is more of what we expected. Oh, hold on. Brilliance with the double 5-7. That makes it a 1v2 clutch for Relaxi. And he's looking to get this refrag. He will, but that last player I think was either spotted or heard. Actually, wasn't. Oh, the Deagle misses. That was a huge opportunity to PeeP to clutch out. But Brilliance, I mean, if there's one guy who's trying to live up to his username, who's trying to show up big on Mirage, he's had flashes of the Brilliance, but I haven't exactly seen the full solo from him. That's how it starts. Very nice position with the Deagle. Catch one off guard. Deal some more damage. Alright then, and Savage will tuck in this corner here. And it's only the pistols, last was a force. Hold on, the USP, this position, okay, is dealt with, but still, frag for frag with the USPs. They now should be aware that this is the stack and just retreat towards A. K27 are really dangling on the edge of danger here. Relaxi will find one, but this is just a weird round. Like, there's so much damage dealt, and they're still not aware about that player on site, so yeah. Okay, we'll get the frag. But nothing more for the USP. Nice attempt though. You eliminate 3 rifles out of this with pretty much no investment. I think you're really happy, you know. You write home about this one. That's a victory for sure. In the economical department at least. Round-wise, yeah, K27 will put the third on the board. It's their map pick. They're certainly looking to just convert it easily. Dust 2 actually looks quite good for PeeP. And it's a map where they beat Spirit Academy on, I believe. Things slowed down, trying to walk through the smoke here. That position, oh, lucky to be alive, but only for a couple of seconds as Jungsan falls. The player advantage early on for K27. PeeP tried to go for this aggression towards mid, but it simply does not work out. Now it'll be Quinky looking for a frag. Somewhere, some way, somehow. An opener, perhaps. Just trying to do the standard default execute, heading up towards A now, and Brilliance, well, really again has to be the big game player, and only one, but a couple more damage points. Honestly, can't blame him. That's a very tough spot to convert anything else out of. Now, it will be Xerzo to get the frag, and Leuke arrives there on scene as well. 2v3, but long range with the op. It's really a duel of the operas here, but ultimately, if you peek from Palace, well, you're dead if the opera hits his shots. Leuke not able to do it. The opera, in return, cash lid, puts the lid on that engagement. Only an Savage left live, and certainly has to be a Savage to convert it. I think he's just looking for the save, really. Look at the cash too, $50 in his pockets. Doesn't exactly scream wealthy. Rest of PeeP aren't either. Gonna be a low buy heading into the next round. So 4th on the board for K27. After losing the initial pistol, they've done everything in their power and more to just cause a steady comeback here. To slowly but surely overwhelm, and now attack pause from PeeP. They understand that they don't want to let this one slip too much. I don't want to let this one go down the drain. Alright then. As we enter the round number 6 of play here, it will be PeeP pushed back to just measly pistols and a hero M4 on Unsavage. It bothers me, to be honest. Like, it should be A Savage, right? I know that's just a nickname, so it's like probably not going for the correct English language, or something for something that looks cool, but and Savage, my English teacher would be molding. Oh my god, Relaxy, he's molding as well. That should have been a frag. He spots a player, they're trying to get away, but they just disappear. Like water down the drain, you can't catch it. The pistols are doing a good job at avoiding engagements, but ultimately once those engagements come to them, that's where they need to shine. But I like this play from PeeP. Ooh, this is nice. They're putting Yumsan up in Palace, so that's an angle that's just hard to clear, even if you are aware of it, but well, one of them is certainly spotted. And as Cashly gets one on Brilliance, I don't think it really matters anymore if there's a Palace player. Even if you get the element of surprise on the second player, they know about the first, I think. Like, even if you get the element of surprise, like what, you're gonna 1v4 with a P250, with a 5.7, with a Deagle, like, no. Dualies, actually. I was looking at the Yumsan, at his player picture, like, it kind of looks, I was trying to figure out, is that a 5.7? Like, what is that weapon? It's Dualies, they only show one of the duels. Well, either way, the Deagle will be eliminated, so maybe something to do with the dualies here. Don't really think so. This, my friends, looks rather soon to be over. Done with. So then, K27 with a very good start here, very solid. Just need to hold on to it, really. It's their map pick, it's certainly their territory here. And as both of them have not won a map, not won a best of 3, excuse me. On this map of this tournament, rather. Need to finally put some rounds, put some maps, put some games, put some best of 3s on the board, but K27 are really denying that opportunity for PeeP. Brilliance will hear this information, and that's a lot of info for Yumsan to deal with. He peeks into it, Relaxy still eliminates him, but Brilliance's position might go under-checked here. Oh, Cashlid helps Zito out of certain death, but now falls himself as the digits will be punched in. We have a 2v2 underway. And Savage and Leuka trying to look for a way to get back in this. It's a double setup towards ticket. Sure, they might expect one. Oh, the timing! Wait, they're just not oh my goodness, they're so lucky to be alive. That is the luckiest play I've seen all tournament. Zito, yeah, sure, an easy finisher for him now, but good lord, that was dangerous. It's 6 on the board for K27. To be honest, a little bit of luck required into you know, converting that one. But it all starts with that great entry, and even though Brilliance is trying to do his best, like, this quick frag for frag gameplay is really what helps them get away, get ahead here. So as we move on, we shall see how much more is possible. Maybe Cashlid with the frag on Yumsan. 6-round lead almost secured for K27. They just need to figure out how to convert up against these last couple of invested pistols, the MP9. Brilliance is in a good position to at least cause some dink action, but long range, that MP9, so close, but no cigar. Not able to convert, but guess what? The Deagle will from short, from CT rather. It's Xrezo. I'll be struggling with that name all evening long to do it, but a quick refrag, and K27 just looking one step ahead, really, in all of these engagements. Like, they're just playing a little bit better. So So we end off with this. It's K27 on a 7-round streak now. Still have not struggled after that pistol, and that pistol really is just a weird round, like, I'll give you that much. So yeah, looking oh so good right now. Maybe something else is left in this. Ooh, a lot of damage there. Molly tickles Elliot, and so does Quinky actually, so a little bit of HP taken away on both sides. It really does matter for PeeP more, since with the M4s it's a single shot to the head now to convert on Elliot, and Zito gets taken out as well. They're looking for the AWP, but this is beautiful angle selection. Oh, and doesn't even get a shot at it. Elliot will get another one, but seems like finally PeeP have found a way to at least make it competitive in this round. A 2v4 and that AWP is just so hard to deal with, but ready for it. Cashlid swings into it, and that was the B-side defense. Suddenly out of this 2v4, it's a 2v3. Side is cracked open, you plant the bomb. B-side is difficult to retake, especially with some extra util going down. There will be no problems to plant, and there will be no problems for Quinky to get the frag as well. We go down to a 2v2. It's Leuka and Brilliance, but Brilliance gets eliminated as well, and it just seems like it's one of those days where you wake up and you're like, I'm gonna ball out today. I'm just gonna convert easily. Every shot is gonna hit. That's certainly what it feels like if you're playing on the side of K27 here. Whatever you do works out. That was a 2v4 where PeeP had the chance to at least make the comeback, but it's eliminated. Wiped off the board. 3 more rounds to go in this half, and K27 have a chance to get to double digits. Hell, they have a chance to get to 11 here. This is an amazing first map showing from the young K27 boys. We're 20 minutes into the game, and it's more than half of it has really been done here. Round-wise for K27 here, unless PeeP make a comeback. This time aggression towards mid, but it's going to be Savage with 1, Savage with 2, and this play is again what turns it into a 2v4. The low buy, this time again towards B. Leuka gets mollied off. They're looking for him, can't convert, but it will be Yumsan with the deagle to get it. So just Cashlid left live, then was the hero of the previous round. On this one, certainly a lot more difficult task. Still has the bomb. Will decide to get off the angle. And back we go. Ooh, timing just slips the net barely there, and Yumsan is so low. Cashlid, if he finds this first, but timing, and he does find it. 2 more to go there, plenty of time, and he's waiting for this peek from short. Now he spots the player, the AK, the M4 picked up rather, gets tagged up a little bit, now looking towards market. Beautiful angle selection, and he knows where the last one is. There's no way, PeeP. You're put on a plate, on a silver plate, you get a 2v4, you lose it. Now 1v3 turned 1v1, bomb plan to go down, and Cashlid just stays in the smoke. Very weird timing, but yeah, it will be Brilliance, finally clutching it out. A bit of a weird play from Cashlid, to be honest. Like, he just pushed short, I don't know. Obviously, everyone is smart after the war, but I guess not the best way how to play that 1v1. And now picked up from Apps and the defuse to come in. PeeP at least find the second on the board. At least they get the chance to deny the double digits in the first half here. I really feel like you can do a lot, but once the double digits are lost, you know, in the first half, giving away double digits, it just doesn't go over well too much, most of the time rather. Yeah, beautiful attempt at the 1v3. It was great angle selection from Cashlid as well. He just knew where every single one of these players are. But falling flat in the last possible moment there. Oh, that's something chucked in there towards Zito. Because now they're gonna explode out from ramp. K27 switching up the pace, but not switching up the dominance that we've seen all half long. Leuke is in a great position though. The ninja spot, it might get overlooked. It's a good double from the grave almost. He pulls the second one out, but Still a 2v2, that at least equalizes things. The plan to come in, it's Elliot and Quinky to do it all. Smoke disappears, and aim is not there. And they know where the planter is. They know he couldn't have gotten far. It's Quinky on for another clutch. Back-to-back, 3 in a row, and this one is going to be converted. So a 2v4 and a 1v2 converted from K27 here to put 9 on the board. Yeah, PeeP, they did win out that 1v3, but really barely. Name of the game. And this Mirage, I just don't see how it's going to go the way of PeeP. Especially them being on the CT side here. And just to recap, a great entry, a big entry. And after that, plant comes in. Quinky knows he has to get proactive here, knows if he just stays on default, he will be expected. Wasn't too much time to get off the bomb. The aggressive swings work out. Now aggression comes in from PeeP as well. They've had enough of this. But the push comes in, great angle from Yumsan, only good for one though. The smoke comes in as well. This time the aim is gonna be there. Just such a quick round, this one. Such a quick game as well. They win this 2v2. As I say that, one will fall, so another 1v2. I mean, look, PeeP, you've been given chances. Like, you can say it's been a tough game and whatnot, but like, there have been plenty of opportunities to convert, really. Quinky, he certainly hears this information on the first. He knows about the short relocation. So he's looking for the second player, finds it nowhere. And will just choose to go towards market. Weird timing. Leuka in a very good position, though. And then that's a frag. Even though he's hurt, that position ultimately should be the thing converting it. So PeeP, at least they deny the double digits in the first half for K27 here, but I don't know, normally here I'd say, oh, it's an important rifle round, but I'm just kinda lost hope for anything that PeeP can do in this one. Like, okay, let's assume they win the pistols, right? Let's assume that after the pistols, K27 force, and with the bit worse riflery, they lose, and then they have to go on another pistol. Sure, let's assume that. What do we get then? We get a 9-6 scoreline, where PeeP, or K27 rather, even though they lost the first 3, they're still on the stronger side, on the CT side, they're still on their map pick, and they still have a 3-round lead. Like, 3 rounds in MR12 is huge. This has to be just a monstrous performance from PeeP here. One to literally resemble that of K27's on the T side, or better. And I feel like we're going to be moving on to Dust 2 in no time. Don't think this is even a double-digit game for both in the tank. We'll see, would love to be proven wrong. Maybe I just put the caster's curse on it, as always, but well, all great things will start here regardless, if they are great or not. All opportunities for PeeP to come back into this has to start with the pistol. They don't convert it, it's simply over. Relaxi takes a very aggressive position towards apps. Not sure if they heard the jump, doesn't really matter as people actually move down towards lower. Don't think Cashlid spotted it, certainly he was heard. But I mean, what does this give you? It gives you mid control, but now you're being heard, so alright, you take mid in a creative way. Still have to take the site, and not if Zido and Cashlid is guarding it. The double on the scoreboard, Elliot, Cashlid as well, and yeah, this just one seems like it's gonna be done, isn't it? Cashlid to deliver the final finishing blow as Yumsan falls. Double digits for K27 reach. What they couldn't do in the first half, they convert with ease in the second to start things off, actually. And at this point, I'm really just a little bit worried what we'll see on Dust 2. Sure, it's Mirage, it's K27's map pick, but it's not exactly off of great strategies that they convert all these T-side rounds. It's simply raw aim, you know, driving the machine most of the times, and as Dust 2 is the biggest aim map there is out there, if that aim, if that individual flare continues, Dust 2 is going to be over in a heartbeat. This one is slow. Doesn't have to be, you have Glocks, just like really get this one over with. Maybe I'm a bit too pessimistic here, but like, yeah, hey, there you go. Oh my god, and then Savage gets another Quinku with the refrag, but has to be aware about the under push now. And honestly, he needs 2 frags out of this. We'll get one and get away. So, the M4 now picked up, long range, they will look to run this down. That looks dangerous for a moment, but K27 do turn a 3v5 into a 3v0 in a matter of seconds. It was a good damage control, really. Like, they were put in a very peculiar situation, they knew how to get themselves out. So 11th on the board regardless. But maybe I should be a little more forgiving to the side of PeeP here, you know. Not just say, come on, rush through the Glocks, die, ASAP. Well look, they lost the pistol, so in my opinion this game is over, but maybe the rifles can at least extend play a little bit. Certainly looking to do so. Still aggression towards mid. It's a little bit weird, a lot of util, and Savage meanwhile finds one. Yeah, another. And Savage really leading the comeback here, if you can even call it that. Relaxi's position should be known, I think. He got a frag out of there, so he retreats back. Alright, okay. I think this is a good time to start thinking about dust too. As we enter game time. Time for reflection, for chilling out. For meditating even. I don't know, you wanna go for a piss here, you know, go for it. You wanna go for some popcorn refill? This will be going on for another 40 seconds. Well, at least PeeP put the 4th on the board. Like, sometimes I think it's better. It depends on the team's mentality, really. Sometimes when you're losing really badly, like 3-11, it's better to just get over with it, ASAP, 13-3, you know, forget about this, have a memory of Goldfish and move on to the next map. Sometimes, again, depending on the team, it just helps to boost your morale. If you can at least make the comeback, you can get it to, let's say, a 13-8 loss. And then you're like, okay, so we still could have won against them if we played how we played in the late stages. Simply, you know, start was bad, blah, blah, blah. It depends what kind of a narrative I think the in-game leader drives after the game ends, and it depends kind of how players react to this individually. I guess people trying to go for the second option. I mean, even if they're not trying to go for it, obviously they're still trying to play to the best of their abilities. And that will grant them the 4th on the board. Actually, a bit of a force buy here on the side of K27, a 5-7, a Deagle, and they lose this. They're on pistols, so PeeP in a position to put 6 on the board. Again, wouldn't really write home about this, but maybe they get a kick out of this. A-side execute surely is a lot of util, and Cashlead once again in front of it. Cashlead with a double, that is huge. The aggression pays off. Relaxi now arrives, but they have to be careful about under, even though the frag is there. I'm not sure if... Okay, and Savage doesn't aggress. They want to deal with him though. They want to peek him, and the window player rather will get him. So now even though Brilliance and Yumsan just sounds... Aren't those like noodle? Isn't that a brand of noodles? And I swear to God, I've eaten Korean noodles that the brand is very similarly named. Either way, we'll plant the bomb here. And we'll have a 2v3 situation. Actually, nice relocation towards Palace, but now found out by Relaxi in that kill. Yeah, I mean, Relaxi just taking the piss there. Yumsan will be falling as well. Quinky to put the 12th on the board. Map point for K27. I think this is just like a ripping off the band-aid situation. Just get it over with, you know. At least that's how I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Only time will tell. Actually, a bit of a flash in action towards under. Still looking for a frag. Cashlet trying to get away. Well, this is it now. This is your round where you either convert or go home. Again, I think it's just better to rip off that band-aid as quickly as possible. Put yourself at least on a map where you picked it. And K27 seemed to think the same. We started this game, I think 35 minutes ago, so yeah, it's gonna be a quickie. I mean, fair enough, it's to be 13-4 on the board. In this tuck position, Relaxy, that's a weird angle to be honest. Elliot will still get the frags, and so unless the 1v4 is possible, this is game. Don't use that angle, kids. You saw how it goes for poor little Relaxy there. But maybe, just maybe, they can switch things around as we arrive on Dust 2. This is gonna be the map pick of PeeP, and even though the aim is really what converted it on Mirage for K27, things change map to map. Mentality changes, momentum slows down or picks up. I want to take this one round at a time. I do have my proclivities, I do have my ideas where this game will go, but ultimately I'm an open book in this case. Cashlet will get the first frag though, and Quickie with a quick another one, Quinky rather. Reminds me of Tinky Winky from the Teletubbies. I don't know if that's a good reference, but it's a bit of a weird name. Doesn't matter, I guess. Still gonna get the headshot, and that's what matters in this game. So a 3v5 on towards short, but it's a nice setup. They're not giving really anything away here. Just waiting for the swing, and once it comes in, Cashlet just in the raw aim department has looked so solid. On Mirage as well, he was just converting shot after shot with the op. So now Yumsen will get one. That's like a pride kill in this one. At least you don't go down with a single one, but ultimately on for the 1v3. And it's gonna be impossible. K27 convert the pistol, looking to pick up Dust 2 exactly where they left off on Mirage. So then, oh, a scout, that's spicy. Are we gonna be seeing, we see a hero scout in this one? I mean, this is asking for it really, but hey, maybe the scout can convert something. Down towards suicide, Elliot will slip the net here, but they wait for this push, and I think they spot the scouter from short. They still want to engage. That does seem a little bit risky, so I think, I don't know, K27 still want to explore. The scout has since left suicide though, and control is name of the game here, but Elliot, he wants to put a little more on the board. He wants to find some kills, and so he will. What he wishes he gets. Cashlet gets a double as well. The two brothers in arms both double up as Quinky is gonna shut things down. It really seems like a repeat of Mirage. We start this best of 3 50 minutes ago, really, with, you know, going through the map video and everything. Could be even a little bit less than 50, and I mean, if normally going map 3 as well, sometimes I late for my next cast, because it's like I normally give a 3-hour buffer window, but hey, you know, the game goes 3 hours 10, I'm like, sorry, you know, it's coming in a minute. Well, no casts left for today, but if there were, I would have enough time to go to sleep or something. This is just a quick best of 3 as well. Even the rounds are quick. Like, look, we're 15 seconds in already. You're pushing towards long. You're looking for opener frags. Sure, the smokes might deny it a little bit, but this has been nothing short of a very fast-paced game, but a very one-sided game at that. As PeeP get their first chance to buy up. This has to be it. They're trying to run down Elliot, and they will get him. That Molly, oh my goodness, brilliance. If there was one guy on Mirage that at least brought hope into the hearts of PeeP fans, into the team of PeeP, it certainly was brilliance. He was doing quite a lot of work there on Mirage, and here, actually continuing with more of the same. This is a big round to be found by PeeP, right? Because they don't let this one slip. With this being their map pick, like, you don't want to be down on your opponent's map pick and then you're like 0 to 5 down on your own map pick. Like, that is just disastrous in the confidence realm, rather. But you know, with this quick conversion, with getting the rifles done with, I certainly think there's a chance they can even take the lead here. I mean, that won't take too much. They win this round where there's an MP9 in the mix, and, well, they push K27 back to just pistols. So, very early on, but I'll say this, a crucial round. Just for the hopes of dreams of PeeP here. I think would really inspire some confidence, but to do that, they either need another brilliant play from the main man Brilliance, or just teamwork, and again, Dust 2 being an A map, I mean, I'm edging on the side of individual performance here. That's a nice shot by Leuke here. They go for the flash and find nothing, and so decide to retreat away. So, PeeP now having the information that there was one peeking short and also one throwing the flash. They go B now. I mean, Relaxy will get overwhelmed. All they really need to do here is head towards CT and smoke that cross. Still low HP on Leuke. Not sure how he catches that low damage. I don't think it's from the first engagement. Maybe I'm wrong. But K27 getting a little bit antsy now. They don't really know where this is going. There's a single player on B, so they're worried about it. They want to explore. They want to figure out what A is looking like. And they get all the way towards short. Quick refrags. 2-for-1 deal as the punish is not there. Nikurzo just, oh, he gets the frag in the last second. So now A side certainly in big trouble, but there's one defender there. That's Quinky. He needs to get a 1 and survive, or 2 would be the best scenario. As he gets 1, he'll get the double spray down. An overlooked angle as they try to clear side, they try to clear Goose. That is the one angle that goes overlooked. Peeks at the perfect time. Relaxy, though, gets overwhelmed from CT, though, and are we going... Oh, it's the bomb, right? So, yeah, that's a problem. Short now smoked off. Through the smoke? Really? That desperate now? I mean, I guess, you know, with the time constraint, time starting to run low, that was the best move to make in that scenario, but, yeah, that's a big loss for PeeP, unfortunately. Alright then. This is a bit of a slow round. Nothing really happening just now, you know, just a standstill, really. Slow approach. Towards mid, though. Cash lid misses the shot. Brilliance to get the frag, and they do crack open the side. That's a nice round conversion, really. And there's no chance K27 are gonna go for this, really. Like, why? Why would you do that? You need the rifles, so... Hey, you know... What K27 take, they also give. That's a big round, and that's also PeeP finding out that that B bomb site certainly is where the pot of gold is located in this first half. They head towards A, they get destroyed. They head towards mid, it doesn't work out, but the B site, an opportunity perhaps. Twice in a row now, both rounds they put on the board have been on that B bomb site. So now it becomes a game of game theory, really. You know, now K27 know that PeeP know, but since PeeP know that K27 know, do they put more defense on B? Do they keep it the same and bank that people won't go there? It's a lot of questions in there, really. And ultimately, if PeeP decide that K27 put more defense on B, why would they just not go A, right? It's really a lot to wrap your head around here. The more you think about it, the worse it gets. Zido will get the frag, and Savage with the refrag, but Elliot will get the frag as well. It will be Cashlet with the frag though. 1v3, they're swinging into him. The op is slowly walking his direction, and with the swing in, it will be the punish from Yamsen. It really sounds like just some good-ass Korean noodles, man. Yamsen. I don't know. I really like that in-game name, to be honest. I mean, he's as far as away from, like, Asia as possible, I think. Actually, Russia, I mean, it's actually considered somewhat Asian, depending who you ask, but Yumsan. I like it. Anyways, back to the game. 3v3, quite equal here, and PeeP have the chance to put themselves in the lead for the first time in this best of 3, unless this happens. Cashlet gets the frag, but surely nothing else. Yeah, they will deal with the USPs promptly, as Quinky is the only one left alive. Four on the board. PeeP push themselves ahead here. Wouldn't really call this a done game just yet. Oh, we get a DC on Leuka, so actually with how fast this game has been, you know, we're right in time. Right about time for a tech pause, really. Time to just chill out a little bit, slow this one down a little. So, yeah, those USPs, I mean, they do a good job at eliminating the op, but nothing else is really given out of it. As the ragdoll just lays there. Why is somebody posting trade offers in the... What the hell? Dude, yeah, I just checked it. You have... What do you have? Most expensive skin is X7 sticker from Berlin, costing 36 cents. I mean, look, if somebody want to trade this guy, my inventory helper says that his inventory is worth around €1, so... Hey, maybe you want to give him a case or something? A little something. You know, be my guest. Just randomly coming into Twitch chats and posting trade offers, huh? Alright then, on we go. With the molly down. K27 are looking to remedy this problem that they've had on the B side. Smoke chucked on top as well, but that'll be good for right about the minute mark. At that point, PeeP can still decide to go towards B, but maybe by that time, K27 scope out towards A, figure out there's nobody home, send some more resources towards B. It's a good piece of utility for sure to at least slow things down here. The push comes through, and Savage to get Relaxy, and that's again the same problem we've seen all throughout. I mean, you don't need 2 bomb sites if you can just execute on one of them. PeeP to find the 5th round here. Well, Casually will get the frag, but again, I mean, you're not going for this. You have a $300 split on 3 players. This is rather over. Well, maybe I was wrong after all. I said I'm not going to cast any predictions, and I certainly feel like that was a good decision to make here, because those predictions would have been gone out of the window, at least for how the first half goes. We don't know what happens when we arrive on the second, but for now, people are doing oh so well. Well, a little bit of a techie here. Again, haven't had too many of these, so, you know, your mandatory tech pause really arrives here. And we are underway. Things are resumed. Cash lead will open up on Brilliance, and I think this is the switch of gameplay that they've needed, going more aggressive, right? Because just holding sight certainly does not work out, but oh boy, Relaxy, his connection doesn't work out either, and now weird timing, looking for the second. It's a beautiful shot from Cash lead, but still a 2v3. That player that disconnected really would have helped out in this situation, but nothing left really. Especially as the last one is eliminated. Alright then, another tech pause. We're waiting for Relaxi now. Not sure what the issue was before. Now, certainly, we understand the 4v5 is not to be going down here. Not sure how much more life is left in this game, really. It will be interesting to see how the second half goes. But this one, I mean, I gotta give it. I gotta give it to PeeP. They're making a very convincing appearance here. Certainly one that could take us to Anubis, the decider. Again, the map pool heavily favors K27, as Anubis is actually their best map. But you have a chance to at least fight on, you know. When you're 0-2 down in the best of 3 section in the group stage, like, you're probably just looking to get something on the board. Alright, so Relaxi. No, he's back. He is back on the server. Quick, fast, and easy. It certainly wasn't the longest tech break I've had. One of the quickest ones, actually. So things should be resumed as he has joined back. I'm hoping, praying, and thinking that there's no more connection issues left. So, waiting for the game to be resumed. There it is. Our last 3 rounds of this first half to unfold right now. We saw K27 going for a lot more aggression towards lower. Again, I think that is the approach they need to do here. But ultimately, PeeP, we have to remember they've gotten 6 on the T side already. Like, they're set up very well no matter how this one goes. Straight through the smoke, nothing is really found. PeeP will take mid control. They're looking to go towards short, but this time B is not really considered anymore. Slowly approaching short. Up towards box. Molly will deny this though, and even though Cashlet has been amazing with his aim, I think he's happy to wait for the help to really arrive here in the form of Zido. Ooh, nice shot from Cashlet though. Looking for more. Brilliance is gonna want to get the frag. Peeking into it. Cashlet with another, but he will be overwhelmed. The Molly will force him out of the position. Has to look towards short, and that will be his ultimate demise. As another frag is found. The dink is not too good. Brilliance with the frag. Elliot on for the 1v3. And he wants to go for this, actually. He gets the first. He gets a taste for the kills here. Ooh, and they cleared this out. This is nice, but they still spot him. So that one player low is Brilliance on site. And he's just looking to survive. Meanwhile, Savage, he has tucked himself in the corner. This is a tough one to piece together. Elliot arrives. He gets the first. Looking for the second. So close. Brilliance will eliminate him. But honestly, a great attempt right there at the 1v3. It will be 7th on the board for PeeP. So, quick this time. Certainly a low buy, but they clear out B. They get the information. Clinky now tucks himself in the corner as well. He really wants to aggress this. Oh my god, the flash from Cashlet is perfect. I don't know where that flash came from. From A side, huh? Was that a specific... That was crazy. Either way, they retreat back and they look to head towards B, it seems. Relaxy has the info. This is just chaos all across the board. So all information is given, but they will find Elliot, and that was maybe the one hope, because now Cashlid is out in the open from the smoke found. Relaxy, last position, last whereabouts known, certainly now so. And so as the bomb will go down, seems like PeeP have found the 8th on the board. A very quick recovery here heading into Dust 2. And it's a surprise, really, because we have to remember Mirage was converted off of individual aim duels just like this, where you tap away and you spray those players down. Another 1v3 attempt, another opportunity to go for this. The flash comes in, Relaxy trying to arrive on the scene, but he has no idea where Brilliance is at. Actually, a good guess with the Molly, but it doesn't tickle Brilliance. The 1v3 again shut down. Man, this is a close game, really. I know it's 3-8 on the scoreboard, but look, K27, they do win these two 1v3s. It's 5-6, really. That's crazy. Yeah, this is... I don't know where that flash came from fucking Mars. It just lands. Beautiful way out to convert it, and then this attempt, I mean, is just set up for the taking there. The quick relocation from Relaxy, but... Again, unfortunately, in the clutch, not able to get that last final frag. That will be the demise. Well, last round of the half then. Chance for K27 to at least put 8 on the board, you know, actually mirror the scoreline we had on Mirage, just the nameplate switched. I can't believe that in the first half people are doing better than K27 did on Mirage. That's insane to me. Especially knowing that Mirage went K27's way pretty much just off of individual aim duels. Again, it's one of those rounds, one of those games where there might be a 5-round lead, but really it has been a close game. Well, that's not what Zito was looking to do. There is Cashlid on the other side. Ooh, it's a nice conversion. We'll drop down. So now A site, I mean, it's looking rather empty. Relaxing, meanwhile, we'll shut down one on the B site. It's still a 3v3 Cashlid with the relocation. It's a bit of a tag up there, but ultimately he was looking for the frag. And now PeeP scrambling a little bit. They can't decide where they want to take this. Meanwhile, Brilliance gets eliminated. That's the low player, but there's a refrag right back. 15 seconds on the clock. This will just rely on Quinky. Then he peeks, but he gets taken down instantly. Oh boy, is that a quick frag. And it's the last round of the half. Relaxy, 5H30 in HP or not. You gotta go for this. Let's go for the jump up, but taken down with the Tech 9. It's 9 on the board for PeeP. Again, a better performance in the first half than K27 had on Mirage. That is just absolute madness here. Both of these teams, bottom of the group stage, they're just looking to get that first victory on the board. That shot on Quinky was insane. Like, that decides the round 100%. So then, we'll go for more, but that more could be just a little. If PeeP are not able to convert here, I mean... K27 rather, I think we need to switch HUDs here. Yumson will get the frag on Cashlid. And Savage with another and another frag on the board. It's just Relaxy and Quinky left alive. Well, this 2v4 seems rather impossible. They need to deal with these two players. The aim is just all across the board. And somehow, how does Relaxy get a double out of this? That is crazy work. So a 2v2, and now the odds really shift the way of PeeP, especially with that headshot. It's just Yumson left alive. Oh, relax you with the 4-piece to put the 4th on the board for K27. They win the pistol. That's something PeeP could not do on the second half of Mirage. So maybe there is a way how to come back into this one. But you certainly need a lot. A couple won't do. And PeeP, they don't have to force anything here. They can just go for the USPs, try to eliminate some of these rifles. Good nade. They might be overlooking that position towards CT. Nope. Well, yeah, I mean, name of the game in this best of 3 has been quick. Quick frags found all across the board. Zito to get the last one. It's 5 on the board for K27. And again, normally I don't make predictions until I get to the end of the first half, the start of the second really. So when I see how the first rifle round goes, that's where I start to cast my predictions usually. And I mean, K27 do a great job at converting these two. Now let's see how the rifle round goes. Now let's see. Maybe they still have something to hold on to. Oh, that's dangerous. That smoke will eliminate it, but it will be this pickup from Exort. Get the first on the board. Trying to get away from the angle. K27 lost that initial player. Now they're looking to figure out how exactly to piece this one back together. Looking to perhaps head towards short. Nope, they go back. I mean, I guess they lay down the smoke to fake a B play, because now you gotta get worried about B, but that's not gonna really force any rotations here, so still the same setup, still gotta get past Leuka, and even if you do, there's still Yumson on the other side. As they push in, shot is missed. That's a crucial shot that had to be hit really, but the second one won't miss. Still, they can plant the bomb for short here, but no, Yumson with a crazy fry through the smoke, through the head. Finds Elliot, and well, that's a round really. That's 10 on the board for PeeP. So I said I gotta get to the first rifle. We do. The round is still not over, but he certainly looks to be. Cashley just to save the op. This is where my prediction would go the way of PeeP. And I'm happy I didn't start off with talking about how K27 are just gonna maul over PeeP the same way they did on Mirage, because I would have been wrong. Cashley gets so far away. Actually, look at the frags. The frag department is crazy on the side of K27. Cashley has been just a monumental piece, an anchor of the team for K27 all throughout Mirage and now Dust 2. Relaxy also doing way more than the in-game name perhaps gives off. He is anything but relaxed. I guess you can be relaxed and focused. Ooh, well, talk about Cashley Day. He's been hitting shots like this all half long. That's an ugly ass craft though. Look at that op. I mean, respect for hitting shots with something like this. If skins give you skill, I think that gives you, I don't know what, some kind of disease. You don't want to trash the man too much, but come on, bro. Like I can send you an op or something. Maybe he likes it, I don't know, maybe it's this lucky op. K27 will open up the bomb site, so well, this round at least. Oh my god, they both... What is going on, guys? We both burning the molly? They were going for the boost, but like... Alright, whatever. Find nothing, but PeeP are playing this one really safely. It's a 3v5, they're not even looking for exit frags. They just want to hold on to the rifles. Next round is going to be good as any. 3 rifles saved and Savage and Yumson able to buy up. I mean, they want to make this as difficult as possible for K27. That 6-round lead that PeeP had heading into this half is now turned into 4. Still, this will be difficult to get closer. Why, you ask? Well, look at the economy for one. Like, they're gonna buy up, there's still gonna be plenty of cash. 1k, 2k, 3k on Xrezo, so even if you win this round, next up you're probably up against some kind of a force buy. And then and only then you get the chance to find a 9th for free almost. A slow round for sure. K27 want to find that opening. Where exactly can they crack things open? Well, they choose to go towards B. This, oh boy, this has to be perfect. And the first one falls already. It's on Savage to get the frag. And this is a nice position from Quinky, but only one really. And Savage with another. Cashlet gets the frag as well. And oh boy, Brilliance to get another frag. Cashlet on for the 1v3. I don't think that's happening really. Is it the smoke? What? Yeah. Alright, it's PeeP converting the round. That just looked weird. 11th on the board, even though this comeback has been slowly stringed together by K27. It's simply not enough, and at least their rifles on the T side don't look as strong as they need them to look to really convert here. Ooh, the push is gonna come in. Quinky is gonna get the frag, and it's another big one found from Quinky. Brilliance and Savage and Yumsan, the 3 players that perhaps could bring this one over the line, but will be one frag. Okay, bomb down as well. I mean, K27 again. Like they're making this look somewhat possible, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'll bite, fine. And then right after that, they just get mauled in the next round. I'm like, okay, it's so over, boys. And then, you know, this cycle just continues. I don't know what to feel about this game anymore. It's still a 4-round lead for PeeP, but K27, they're trying to hold on. And actually, with this round converted, they will push the economy of PeeP to a little bit of a lower position than usual. Somebody's calling me on Discord. Good lord, that casting boss. Just a replay here. K27. They've reached the halfway point. And they've gotten over it. Now what remains is converting up against these pistols, which they've already done a great job at, just taking the B side by storm. And then another huge rifle to come up. Ooh, Zito will get the frag though. And I think... this is really where things start to go their way. Well, let's see how far they can ride this one. This comeback. A roller coaster of a game, really, where PeeP start doing so good, but K27 put up a bigger comeback, a bigger score on their side of the tally than PeeP did on Mirage. So even though the first half mirrors that of the Mirage game, the second is... oh my god. Oh, we didn't even see him. What is that, Yumsan? This guy's been hitting absolutely insane shots with the scout. That is just crazy work. And that's how they get the advantage with the scout brought in this. It's not even the op. Yumsen goes for the scout, and that's just a tilter shot to be had. And now they've switched. It's not the scout anymore. It's Brilliance with the M4 holding the angle. They will swing into it, but it's a nice find from Quinky. And now guess what? That B side that has looked so vulnerable looks vulnerable once again. But the scout finds one. The refrags is there from Quinky. Down to a 2v2 we go. And the bomb will get planted. But this time I don't think people will be looking to save. I think this time... they should be looking to retake this. They should be looking to win this one out. Nice molly to deny any early peaks, and actually help now arrives from lower. I don't think Quinky will be ready for this. He's just standing out and use that for Quinky! That's a weird play. That almost throws it away. It's Elliot left in the 1v2, finds the first, and that's a great way out to isolate the first angle. Gets proactive, gets aggressive. Your two angles to watch. Weird timing, can't get away. It will be PeeP clutching it out. It will be them putting the 12th on the board. Map point, but not match point, as it seems like match point will be decided on our last map, Anubis. Down to the wire defuse. Maybe a second or two left in it, but... honestly, Quinky, I mean, I don't want to flame the guy. He's almost top fragging on the team, but... like, he was so sure that nobody would come from tunnels, and I mean, that's ultimately his and K27's downfall. Everyone makes mistakes, but the timing of this one was certainly one of the worst possible. was that a flash? I think that was thought to be a flash. Maybe a new strategy has dropped that I'm not sure of, that I don't know about. Smoke blown open again. Well, if we want to extend play to overtime here, we need K27 to show up big, to come in clutch, and this last map, these last couple of rounds. Last map will be Anubis if they don't. That's what I'm trying to say here. Well, Zito, he's just... I'm not sure what this game is anymore. Like, Zito has found his way onto the B side, but... and Savage is not aware of this, but they're not going to be aware of him. So as he swings in, that's an easy pickup. The refrag is there, but he's still good for two. But look at this from Zito. Oh my goodness. He's playing, he's toying with them all. He tucks himself in the corner here. This is crazy work. Zito still there. He pursues this first one. Oh, Zito! Zito! I only now understand where he's coming from. This is absolute insanity, but K27 off of the Zito play will at least find the 9th, it seems, as the last player is dead already before I even finish the sentence. 9th will be put on the board by K27. This map at this point, it's something you'd see in a bad nightmare. I think on both sides, really, there's just so many mistakes, so many weird engagements, so many times where I'm just like, what is happening here? So, the playoffs will, still quite far away. We're getting only to the middle point with tomorrow's games. As we head into Anubis, this is where things should start to get interesting. They will get interesting. I hope it's a close game. I mean, I wouldn't really say we've had the closest game so far. We've had 2 games where none of the teams reached double digits. There's just kind of been a very one-sided performance, but from different teams. So, you know, for an exciting finisher, I think it's time to actually have a close one. Hey Mike, what's up, bro? I see you in many chats. You're saying K27 last map rip PeeP. Look, I would side with you. I would go that, yeah, this is so easy for K27. I mean, it takes one glance at HLTV stats, but what really worries me is that they lose this yesterday to BC Game 5-13, so that still kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I don't know. I kind of want to see how this goes for a couple of rounds before I make any kind of decision here. We'll drop down towards lower, however, and Zido will get the opening frag. Oh, it's just a lot on the board here. 3 for 3, and PeeP do open up the site. And the dualies now spotted with the backstab as well. Big flash, but Yumsan, the noodles, will find it. Elliot, how is he? Okay, he's down. And I planned the bomb for extra cash as well. Oh, actually, there was no time, but first on the board for PeeP. I think they're certainly happy with it, especially on this map where it should be geared up for K27 to convert every round. Is one that matters. Well, K27 just gonna get this over with. They want to be done here. The USPs rather look to convert, but I don't think really much given to them here. You're so disappointed with PeeP last 2 Anubises. I mean, I get it. Honestly, I haven't seen their last 2 Anubises. I'm disappointed with K27's last Anubis. Very disappointed, in fact. So, yeah, it could be just the battle of the bottom of the barrel here. Certainly shouldn't be, because again, K27's stats just point the complete other direction. But yesterday just looked... There was just nothing they could do on Anubis. I remember yesterday I get flashbacks. I'm like, how is this their best map? I don't know what happens 24 hours ago. Let's see if that has changed. As we approach midnight, at least where I live, I certainly hope it's just a fun last game to watch. It will be Uka and Savage to get some frags. So the USPs are dealt with. Not quite sure what Relaxy is doing here. I guess he's just trying to save because he doesn't want to give away $600 to the Mac 10. Not quite sure here. Maybe some exit frags, I guess. I don't know. Well, PeeP on 2 then. The first rifle comes up and looking to head towards A. Maxi will get the frag on Brilliance. But trying to retreat back, Levuka We'll get Elliot as well, so back to an equal footing here. Heading towards mid, I guess. Well, a slow game then. Anubis isn't exactly a slow map. I mean, certainly faster than Inferno, but still, sometimes in those mid rounds there's just not too much to say, not too much action going on. Still, the push will come through, and Yumsan will punish. Spicy like the Korean noodles, his name really resembles me of. It's Relaxi and Zido. And they're just looking to save. PeeP here, I mean... I'm gonna put the third on the board. Hey, Mike, I mean... They're looking to prove you wrong, you know? They don't want you to feel bad about them. Feel like they can't perform. I mean, I wouldn't really say that they fought against BC Game. They did in the whole best of 3. Anubis was... I don't know, I just feel like it was so flat. But yeah, I mean, again, this is K27. Still, it's very early on. Sure, they're on the CT side. Yabba yabba yabba. But, again, this just starts to resemble what we saw yesterday. As PeeP put third on the board, they also put K27 on a rather weird buy. 2 AKs saved, sure, but what do you do with the rest of the cash? That's my ultimate question here. Seems like MP9s will be the answer, and a USP sprinkled in the mix as well. Alright, well, that's a little bit weird, I must say. Not sure about the, like, Cashlet, surely he could have afforded at least a 5.7. What is that? Wait, can I see that craft again? That is a weird craft. Everything looks good on the slate, really. Almost everything, but... just question mark about that one. Also question mark about this play. It's a push towards long range, and Savage and Leuka will just deal with it, so... this little force that K20... this little low buy that K27 string together doesn't exactly work out. Maybe they should have gone for the force. Maybe that would have worked out. No. Ultimately, it's not a bad decision, right? Because, like, next round at least they're able to buy up, but this one just looks rather flat. Relaxing, bringing some life into it, but it's just taken away. Although Elliot will find another 2v3 now, but 1 HP on the side of Elliot. This guy is walking out the grave, pushes through the smoke, and so Cashlet will at least retrieve an M4. This is an unwinnable 1v3, so... I think best you can do is exactly what Cashlet is doing here. Just making sure he holds on some weaponry. Alright then. The save to come through. PeeP to put the fourth on the board. Not looking bad at all. Honestly, a good job done so far. Sure, some people have been disappointed by the recent performances, but they're looking to change that. They're looking to pick up the pace. That's a lot of util damage. That's a nasty nade on Relaxi as well. And this is a full buy round. Like, that actually matters a lot. He's left on 15 HP. Nade tries to return the favor, but I mean, nothing really caught. It's Brilliance to lose a single HP. That's not even enough to where the M4 becomes a one-dink weapon. And the op on the other side, oh my god, Cashlet. That could be the way how the comeback is stringed together. How does he get a... did they not have Kevlar? I don't think you could call out with the op with full HP on everyone. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've been scammed then. I've been playing in matchmaking games where I get a call out and it's just one kill and then the other one a tag up. I think they just didn't have any armor or Kevlar. Quinky with the double though, and yeah, this is the round done. So after a rather bad start, K27 will ultimately find their first CT side round with all 5 remaining alive. So again, I'm not to cast any predictions here with how chaotic the second half, the late stage of the second half was here. I mean, this is very much still in the air and I'm not the one to go down with the wrong decision, with the wrong prediction. This tier is unpredictable. Exactly. It depends. I agree that the whole tier is unpredictable, but depends on the matchup. This one is certainly, you know, heavily tilted towards the side of what is going on. Yeah, I agree with that, Mike. It's always like you can never make predictions, really. Making power rankings here would just be a big headache. I think it also, like, tier 1 is a lot more about util and executes and utility and all that. Tier 3, for the most part, is just who has practiced aimbots more. You know, there's some basic smokes in utility and executes and whatnot, but, like, I think the reason why it's so shaky is because aim is so dependent on the day, really. Like, some days you're just having... Sometimes your opponent is just having a really good day, right? Sometimes, especially if you're talking about the T side, you're just entry fragging and popping 3 headshots to open up a site. Some days... you can't find anything, and I think that's what a lot of this tier 3 really hinges on. In the meanwhile, has been a 3v5 equalized to a 3v3, and this position will be found. That's the up or down, and PeeP, after all, will find the 5th on the board. As only Elliot is left alive, he's just looking to save the M4. PeeP with a good start. That's exactly what they need here as well. I mean, it's such a it's such a T-sided map for both teams. For K27 a little bit less, it's like 55% on the T side, but for PeeP, it's a very small data pool. They literally just have 1 game played on HLTV, but they have a 75% win rate on the T side. So, you know, just if you just simply look at statistics, which you probably shouldn't do, because we've seen them thrown out the window so many times in this best of 3. But if you do, if you want to be that statistics guy, then this T side is very important for PeeP to put some rounds on the board. And that's the conclusion, and that is also the bomb explosion as the 5th round is put on the board. K27, I mean, they need to stop this. They have the cash for it, certainly. They enter this round with 6k on some of these guys. But do they have the fighting power? Do they have the gun power, really? The raw aim. A really good day or a really good rate, I'm not gonna... no comment. As a caster I can't indulge. I don't think you're right though. I think, you know, for some teams for sure, there have been players exposed, but I think in a lot of this tier 3 scene, like, a lot of it is betting, and so a lot of people are just like, as soon as they start losing money, they just go berserk and find all reasons really, you know, why they lost the bet other than them just gambling and losing money. They're like, no, this is fake and this and this and that, and I get it, you know, I've done my fair share of sports betting, but I just know that the emotions take over you. You know how it feels when you lose. So yeah, I think it also kind of drives the narrative, right? Because there's a lot of people like that watching, there's a lot of people in the chat, so sometimes you don't know better really, and you watch and there's like 5 people in the chat going, oh my god, this is so scripted, or 322 or something like that, and it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna assume it's correct because a lot of people are shouting it out. It will be Quinky and Cashlid with the shots and Cashlid. If there's somebody you could have depended on all throughout this whole best of 3, it has been Cashlid, as it will be Quinky to help him out in this bad situation. It is just Yumson left alive, and he's gonna retreat back. That's the bomb though. Wait, does he? I'm not sure if that's the camera or the bomb. I need help here. No, I don't think, well, either way, you know, 10 seconds, so just the save. Yeah, I think that's just the camera showing that who's the spectator really. PeeP versus Forze was even half, and then PeeP did 2 T rounds and lost, and now they somehow... Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from. If I'm a logical guy, I'm a pretty logical guy. Most of the time I try to, you know, approach everything with logic, and since I've started to cast tier 3, I've kinda just made that voice more quiet in my head, at least for the games I'm casting, because so many times you could just go like, what, huh? Like, what do you mean? This is like 0 sense. But I think again, it's ultimately very shaky in this tier. It very much depends on individual performance, on the day, on the tilt, on the emotions, like so many intangibles where the stats might be thrown out the window. Like, what is this? Like, what? It's gonna be Zito with the 3-piece. But then Levuka jumps in and does that. Like, see what I mean? Like, talking about stats, like, this was a Glock round, and they get the plant out of it. They get Yumson peeking towards CT. It will be Elliot with the frag, but the position now known. Trying to push through the smoke. Yumson misses, still remains alive. See what I mean when I say that stats do not matter. As this is gonna be PeeP on the board for the 6th. You even look at, I don't know, AI predictions. Some tourneys have them. Like, how many percent is there a chance that this team wins? This would have been a 2% round, and you bring just Glocks and a hero AVP into it. And somehow, someway, this is how PeeP put the 6th on the board. And they call attack pause to talk over things, to perhaps rub it in even a little bit more. This is 4 pistols and a hero AVP, and there's a double spray down as well. So a 3v5, a 2v4. But then Levuka does that, they lose another player, and I mean, that's it. That's where it really ends. That's a crazy round. Even the initial shot missed, so confused. Just so confused. But, yeah, I mean, Mike, if you said that you don't feel confident about aneurysm. If you said you don't feel confident about PeeP here, I don't feel confident about K27. Like, this is the type of things I saw yesterday, so... Cashlid will get Levuka. And now heading towards long. Trying to look for that opener. It will be brilliant to push in. Burns in the molly quite a bit, but they have the gist for the correct side, although help now arrives. I still haven't crossed, but there's low HPs, a lot of low HPs, and some dinks coming in as well. This really starts to go PeeP's way. Will be even the 7th on the board here. So, as the retake takes place, it's a 2v2, but there's just a lot of angles you gotta check. There's a lot of things you gotta account for, and Savage is not gonna be the one they account for. A 1v2 clutch to put the 7th on the board for PeeP. What did I just watch, man? I'm telling you, like, yeah, some of these... Top 100 is good. Top 100, like, for the most part, it's fun to watch. Like, I don't know, Navi Jr., Monty, Gen, you know, all of those teams. But this is really the Twilight Zone. Like, below top 100, you can have a beautiful game. You can have a game where it's close. You can have a game where it's just chaos like this. You can even have a game where there's in some rounds that if you just cover the names, you'd guess that it's like tier 1. It's crazy, the difference in performances, and it's crazy that this is somehow a round that K27 looked to convert. The pistols, the push, I guess the change of pace is what converted, unless, no, but 1v3 denied for Savage, and so K27 put the 3rd on the board. Even though a disastrous CT side so far, if they can convert these last remaining 3, it's 5-7, it's anybody's game at that point heading into the second half where both teams... Well, actually, K27 will have the T-side advantage because both teams prefer the T-side on this map. And it's a beautiful 1v2 clutch from Savage there. And then just enough. There's a couple more to really bring it over the board to sink that one in. So 2 more rounds to go in this first half. Bit of attack pause for PeeP here. They've started so good on the T side that they just want to finish off strong. Let's see if that strength is something they can find in these last 2 rounds. Heading towards B, but this is quite the call from K27. There's 3 on the other side. Very little help towards A, but there's none needed. And this A execute, if they go for it, it has to be flawless. It has to be good enough to deny these 3 players. It's a lot of tag up there from Cashlid. He's so quick with the flicks. Cashlid, I'm really impressed by this guy. I don't know if it is high sensitivity or he's one of those players that kind of goes for flicks purposely. My guy's just hitting shots, shot after shot. No way, a 1v4, they try to overwhelm the USP, and yeah, that's the elimination. Levuka to go down, K27 to put the 4th on the board. So 1 more round to go here in the first half, and again, even with how bad K27 opened up, they have the chance to, with a rather good performance in the last couple of 5 or 6 rounds, just make a really good half out of this. 5 on the board, I mean, you're gonna be happy about that one. You should be. Now the push comes in. They're looking for the frag. Brilliance with it. Another one for Exort. And then Savage gets another. That is just a clean out towards B. This time they go for the fast push, so getting overwhelmed there. Cashlid out of the picture. The drive-by kill by Exort. And Relaxy, as relaxed as he has looked in the series so far, this would require a monumentous effort. We'll be going 8-4 the way of PeeP. We've had rather one-sided halves so far. I think Mirage was 9-3, right? Then Dust 2 was 9-3, and this is an 8-4, so second half is really where things get interesting. K27, maybe they can make that comeback here. I'm checking Cashlid's like previous teams. He was on a team called Vaseline Worms before this. Alright, that's creative, I guess. What a young pickup here for for the side of K27. You know, what a career path for the side of Plan goes down. Not gonna finish that sentence, nope. 4v4 then. Elliot on the other side, but with the flash in, we'll get overwhelmed. There's double from Rezo and PeeP. They're looking to win the pistol. They want to close this one out. They know how important the pistol is in the greater scheme of things. So just a 2v4 then towards long, but Quinky finds one, and these angles are hard to deal with. Quinky with the double. Relaxy gets one as well, and that is it. The 2v4 turns into a 2v0, and again, I feel like in the second half we're just gonna see a lot of chaos, which I don't know. I guess I'm here for. I'm not sure I want to see too much of this. Like on Dust 2 second half, every single round went like that. It was just no predictions at any point mean anything. 1v3s turn into 1v0s more often than not. It seems like Anubis is gonna be plenty of dumb fun. I think that's the best way how to describe it. Well, guess what? Relaxy is taken down with the USPs. They retrieve an AK as well, a Galil rather, even though the plan goes down for K27. PeeP have nothing to lose here. They can only really give away some cash to K27 here, you know, in the form of Mac 10, maybe get 600 here or there. Elliot will find Rexrezo though, so the guy who got the frag is now eliminated, and they should just be saving here really. The Galil perhaps. The rest of the pistol, sure, they can go for some exit frags as well. That's the ugliest AK I've ever seen. I don't, like, I just don't get it, man. I don't see how that's a red. Maybe I'm missing something. It just looks like something a kid with schizophrenia would paint at 5 years old, but maybe I just don't get it, you know. Not exactly an enjoyer of fine art. Nothing beats names Granny's Knockers. Yeah, that's a fun team. That's a fun name. I think it's a pretty good marketing trick as well, right? Like, that's a remember, like, that's one you remember. Like, there's a team called K20 and then there's a team called K27. Like, that's not something you remember. It's just like, oh, you mean the team that has a number and a letter in it? Like G2, right? Like many other teams that do that. Cloud9. I think at least go for a fun name for sure. For sure. Alright, then the rifle to come up. And so there's the question about the B side. Is Brilliant pushes towards long. He'll find one, tries to get away, but oh boy, that's a brutal, that looked like a Mortal Kombat finish. Gets shot to the wall, goes down. Rexrezo and Lavuka try to go for this, but K27, I mean, this is why I said that PeeP have to get a lot of rounds on the board in the first half, because CT is just gonna look hard for them. Especially now as they lose the first rifle, they lose the chance to just push ahead again a little bit. They enter the territory where most likely an 8-8 game, judging by the cash on the side of PeeP and how the next buy will go. So most likely an 8-8 game, and I mean, at that point, K27 running the lead. Might be 8-8, but they're certainly going to be playing on the better side. Relaxy. Okay, no problem to remain alive there. I was getting a little bit creeped out. So attack pause for K27 here. I remember K10 and CSGO. It was a good team. Actually, I'm interested to see. I think they're still around. K10 here. Oh no, never mind. There's nothing really. Maybe they've just gone through a roster change. Not sure. Let me check. I think I remember them. Okay, so in the 22nd of July this year, they had a lineup, 155th in the world, and they just disappeared. Don't know where they went, don't know what happened, but well, at least for now, they're not really playing the UK-based organization. So instead we get K27. There should be 17 whatever points better. K27 means Club 27 in Russian. K27. Da. K27. Lavuka with the double. Rexrezo gets the frag as well. And that is gonna be quite the shutdown from PeeP there. So they're looking to hold on with the rifles. Oh, it's not K, it's Klub. I think that's how you pronounce it. Klub. I love Russian. It just sounds cute at times. Sometimes it's really harsh. Sometimes like Klub 27. Cashlit and Quinky then left for the 2v5. And I think they're just looking to save here. I mean, yeah, they're literally in T-spawn. They're trying to just respawn to the next round here. The attack doesn't exactly work out how they planned. Oh, that's what Club 27 is for, right? All the artists that, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Who else is there? I know Amy Winehouse is there. Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse. I'm not sure how to pronounce that second name. It's also Kurt Cobain. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good one, Conrad. K23 was nice with Norbert. Damn, they played on K20. Wait, K23. Is there a K23 as well, or did somebody just make a typo? Oh my god, there's a K23 as well. There are so many. Yeah, it's literally just... Yeah, it's K23 actually. They were 14th in the world in 2022. Had Nealon, XC Power, Norbert, Fame, and then guy whose nickname is X5G7V, which I'm not gonna try to pronounce. So we have three teams with K as the letter and then a different number. That's fun. So PeeP with 9 on the board, looking for the double digits, looking for it actively, being proactive here, and Relaxy will get the double. Yumsen and Xrezo the fall. And that's not exactly what they were looking for. They find way more that they can handle here. As Relaxy gets another K27, still hold on. After all, they will be finding the 8th on the board, and at this point it's really a game of cat and mouse here. Like, PeeP are just trying to hold on, they're trying to push another round any way they can on the board, so that maybe, I think they're trying to squeeze overtime out of this. I know that it might sound crazy with K27 still not being in the lead, but this CT side from PeeP just hasn't exactly inspired confidence in me. And that's the M4 eliminated as well. 1.5k on Brilliance, we'll see what the buy is looking like. Well, for one, he'll be able to hold on to the M4. I think in the kill department as well, like, people are looking very unequal across the board. They have a 14 on Yum-Sun, but then 5 on Brilliance. And that's a little bit weird to see, because Brilliance was doing so good on Mirage. He was good on Dust 2 as well. So a bit of a fall from Fame here. Maybe if he activates, then PeeP can convert. Oh, the 3 in the nickname reads as Z, so it's Lazeka. Thanks, boss. I mean, I know that Russians do this thing where they put like different numbers and letters, and because they kinda resemble Kirillits, like you can read it a certain way. What else is there? I'm sure I've seen more. I think when you put 9 it means yeah, right? I mean, it's the letter yeah. Like, I know the Russian alphabet, it was taught to me in school, but sometimes I have troubles figuring out exactly how to pronounce these. Oh, I should say Klub. Klub 27. Better. Alright, enough of the Russian talk. I know this is the Russian derby. The Russians and Belarusians pushed up against each other. The pressure is high, and the B bomb site is looking to be cracked open. Bomb planted. K27 most likely to find a 9th here. And again, PeeP just looking for any kind of a way how to push this one back in their favor, but I wouldn't really say that their defaults are working here. Like, they get overwhelmed on sight. It's simple executes that make this work for K27, but still, they find the player long range with the op. Maybe they want to take a peek for this. Xrezo finds one as well. Suddenly, the tides have shifted as Lazeka finds another. Oh my god, it's gonna be the retake. Everyone eliminated. Surely they have the kit. They do. So that is the double digits on the board for PeeP. It all starts off with that over-aggression peak from Connector, and I mean, after that it just falls one by one. K27 seems like, you know, they're failing at what PeeP are failing as well, which is just holding down angles. When you plant the bomb, the T side really becomes the CT side, and I mean, that's where the retakes come in. Yeah, check this out. All starts off with that frag towards long, but this is where the retake starts. Xrezo is certainly great with the frags, and that flash is monumental, huge, but also Quinky, like, you know the meme, I think it was on Mirage, where you're on Connector and just 4 guys peek you? Like, that's what it looked like. It was literally the same thing, just everyone swing him together. And so, guess what? It's gonna be PeeP finding the double digits, actually. Alright, I think a lot of left in this game then. With K27 converting that, it probably would have been 9-9. It would have been K27 to also push PeeP down to very bad economy. It would be so many storylines that simply won't be happening here because it's double digits for PeeP. They rack up so many T-side rounds that now they're allowed to make a couple of mistakes and they will still remain in the lead. Great stuff right now. Where did I learn Russian? I am from Latvia, and it is taught as our 3rd language. We can choose either Russian or German once you enter the 6th grade, I believe. I chose a Russian since it has more utility in Latvia. And I didn't learn a thing. I did not learn a thing. Like, I know how to read, I know like maybe 100, 200 words, but you know, you put me in a conversation, I'm not coming out of it alive. Molly laid down. Zito to look for the opening frag, and he will find it towards Connector. Big flash, but there's nobody to refrag really. So, a 4v5 now, trying to push on the site, and the aim is just electric from Quinky. Aim is robot-like, really. Nice shot from Yumsan. It's... Oh, wait, he denies the plant. Won't change much, it's just another one takes place. The definition... No, I'm not gonna go for that joke. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to make that joke. Elliot will get the Xrezo then, and a 2v3 underway. Lazeuka and Yumsan to evacuate. So K27, after all, will find that 9th frag on the board. That 9th round on the board. Some frags, surely. Who has 9 frags? I'm trying to... 10 frags, there you go. 10 frags on Elliot and Zito. Yeah, actually, talking about the frag department, it's Quinky really hitting a lot of shots. I'm surprised Cashley is only on 12. I think he's one of those players that when you spectate him, just every single frag looks like a highlight reel, but... Yeah, I mean, there's also some players that are just silent fraggers, alright? Like, the game ends, you're like, wait, this guy has 25 bomb? Where? How? Well, he's the antonym. He's the opposite of that. So, 2 USPs, a 5.7, an M4 and an AWP. Maybe, some way, somehow, they can find some opening picks here. That is what this round is really hinging on. It's Yumsan and Lazeuka, as I've been told, to convert. Ooh, well, he's giddy. He wants to push through. And the flash is there, that's the 1 frag. The op is good for 1, but just overwhelmed. X-Razor will pick up the weaponry. Hold on, he gets another. It's a 1v3 now for K27 and PeeP. They find a way how to hold on to this with very little invested in this. I mean, this was a round where they're just looking to do what damage they can cause and buy rifles next round. That's the main idea behind this buy. Instead, they find themselves in a 1v3. K27 walked right into the stack and they walk right into the crosshair of Brilliance, but he certainly has been the worst performing player on PeeP's side, and he's not able to shut it down. It's 30 seconds for Quinky to piece this one together. Good find. Quinky finds another. Hold on. Hold on, I say, as lay down the molly as well. This is only a USP on the side of Ant Savage, so the two-player advantage is lost, and now it's the lowest weapon that was brought in this round to arrive. And Savage... on the other side, Quinky trying to run him down. He still has not picked up a weapon. He's looking for something. Drops on side, but there's no weaponry. There's nothing he can pick up. So he's just gonna tap the bomb. But it's the full defuse. He's still holding it. Alright, that's just... oh... that's disgusting, to be honest. It's a nice clutch. It's a nice 1v3. I gotta give it to K27. But PeeP, like, they really fumbled it. Could have played together as a team way more. And yeah, I mean, I respect... honestly, with the USP, I respect that he was going for the stick, especially with the 10-second stick, you know? Alright then. PeeP now trying to get aggressive, trying to find frags. As much as possible. Early on, they're looking for some picks. Heading towards mid now. Where is the opener exactly? That's the question. People are just playing on insta-molly here. As soon as they spot it, the molly will be laid down, so that will stop K27 in their tracks. This gets pre-aim, but the molly, I mean, that molly doesn't change much. Now it disappears and they can just keep on pushing. That util is maybe laid down a little bit too quickly. X-Rezo still looking for the frags. Will be brilliant to come in clutch. When you need him the most, he delivers with a big double. But still a 1v2 for Cashlit. And as he falls, people find the 11th on the board. What they can do in that 1v3, it will do now. And I really have to respect the resilience on PeeP here, really. This starts off as 13-4 on Mirage. Sure, it was K27's map pick, but I thought we were going to be done like an hour ago here. I thought this was just going to be over, done with. I mean, after how Mirage went, there just didn't seem to be much juice left. But not only PeeP fight back and punch back on Dust too. As we enter Anubis, they've taken the lead here. They've put themselves up on 11. And what's more important here, they put K27 on a disastrous buy. This is a... oh my god, I can't believe this. That was such a huge round. Look at the buy. K27, this is no buy to convert with, really. Just Tech 9s and a Hero AK hoping that they convert. And if they lose it, they're on $0. They're on $100 heading into this round. So that's going to be like 2.5k. Lost bonus is on 1.9k for K27. That's a Tech 9 and armor with a flashbang. This could just be the end here. I don't see how K27 come back in this. I'm surprised they don't go for the full save. But I guess there's just so little money left. That is crazy work. So, I mean... the easiest is ahead of you, PeeP. You've done everything. You've almost converted the reverse sweep. Now you just gotta win up against Tech 9. Surely that can't be that difficult. But Brilliance is playing so aggressive. You're the flash and he gets run down. And this is what I was worried about. Oh, of course. A classic, a sign of the times, really. How many times have we seen this? That's insanity. All three players fall. Not sure if they didn't know that they're up against a low buy or what, but I mean, the pistols just mauled them, destroyed them. And with K27 putting the 11th on the board, it will mean we will go to the end of regulation time here. The maximum amount of rounds possible, and still a possibility for overtime, a rather big one really, as there's 2 more rounds to go. These teams have been head-to-head all throughout the whole best of 3, the first 2 maps, and especially Anubis being this close. I think the way how things could end here is just an overtime. Things just look so undecided here as of now. And now, the cash situation gets reverted. Now if you look at the side of PeeP, now they're the ones on $50 down. They're the ones who, if they lose this round in the last round of play, they'll have nothing to bring into it. Surely they have a little bit of better riflery here. They have a 5.7 on Ant Savage. I don't want to say that they deserve to lose this one, PeeP, but like that round, the previous one was just monumental. And sure, it's hard to blame them really, because like it's a very nice execute from K27. Like they do very well. The individual aim is there as well, but like when you're on 11 to 10 and all you need to do is win twice up against Tech 9s and you fail the first, you fumble the bag. Like, if you lose, at least it's not one of those, oh boy, they just got so lucky. No, K27, that last round is a beautiful execute, low buy or not. And so, in this one, they're trying to approach things a little bit slower, but honestly, the call could not be any worse for PeeP. They're playing retake simulator on B side here as the util will be raining in. This is simply going to be the plant, isn't it? I'm trying to get in front of this, but yeah, Zito with the easy elimination. The bomb to be planted, and at this point, PeeP are just looking to hold on to the rifles. They have no cash to bring into the next round. Actually, cash is so low on both sides, so we'll see if K27 even want to go to eliminate these rifles. Pursue some more economical damage. Alright then, 12 on the board for K27. This is map point, match point. It's still the group stage, but both these teams are in a drought of best of 3 wins. PeeP currently 0-2 in best of 3 wins. K27 lost 1 best of 3 yesterday. So, for PeeP, this is more disastrous than K27. Again, they've had also the easier matchups, kinda, not the highest ranked teams in the tourney. So the fact they're on 0-3, I mean, I'm saying they are on 0-3. They're not just yet, but if they are here, if they lose this round, then it's gonna have to be converting up against the tougher opponents to even put yourself in a position to go to the playoffs. So this last kind of semi-easy game, it certainly would bring them so much. Yeah, the charms. I don't get the charms. I think I'm too old. Just don't think they had anything really. It's just something dangling off for no apparent reason. Watch they become like $10,000 worth. Some really rare ones. Ooh, heading towards mid, but actually Elliot will be caught off guard. That's the first player falling, and that's a weird pickup because there was nobody to refrag. I guess he was just looking for like an opening pick or something for some information, but that doesn't give too much. Still, the problem really is that this is once again the A stack. And so, well, you gotta convert this. It's a nice little boost, but oh, the molly is gonna be weird. Brilliant still finds one, but now they know about the boost. They're gonna hard nade this as well. Try to hard clear. Tweaky with the frag. The flash in. Gets weird. Brilliant still stuck in the corner. They will plant the bomb, but 3v4. Bomb plant not denied. But they have to retake this, and they find Quinky. It's a 2v4 where, sure, they have to push through smokes, but there's so much util unused. And both players are located towards long, so Cashlit has to do it all together with Relaxy. He stays in the smoke, actually, and a lot more util coming in. Relaxy is gonna find the first, looking for more. They get off the defuse, they look for Relaxy, but he has been just disappearing in the smoke. As he falls, it has to be Cashlit to convert this. They get on the defuse, shot missed, they know exactly where he is, and they will look to defuse it. It's 12 to 12, and we go overtime. This game is not to be decided just yet. 6 more rounds to go, and for a fair cause, I feel like. There's just been no telling how this game goes. Such a close one, really. Starts off with this peek towards mid from Elliot. I'm not sure at all why he does it. I guess he just wants to split the map in two, but it certainly does not work out. Both of these teams are so close. We also really need to put that first best of 3 win on the board. For a good cause it is, really, to make it to the playoffs. Swing comes in. Trying to find somebody through the smoke. Oh, a lot more action. Trying to push in. Relax. He will get the frag. The refrag there from Zido. And K27's T side has certainly looked good when they work together as a group. When they push together. Although this... Oh my god. That's the op on the other side. Elliot is just stuck here. He needs help desperately. But he swings out. Shot missed. That's unfortunate. Yumsan, not really the one to miss shots. But that is a big miss. That's a tough one. So the bomb, where are we going again? We're gonna be holding angles with the bomb now. Okay. Well, Cashlit will arrive on the site. Plant comes in. Lazuka looking to go for the backstab, but should be caught off guard. Quinky just aim falls by the wayside, so he's gonna get away. But Lazuka, with the AK picked up, just figures out that it's better to save it. I'd agree with that call. So PeeP, the team to push it to overtime. Now we're looking to capitalize in it. Will be the 13th on the board for K27. And PeeP again, the ones trailing. This gets a little bit close, but ultimately this double from Elliot does it all. It's a big miss as well. I'm surprised with the save in the 1v2, but I guess, you know, you're retaking from long, like, it's pretty much a crossfire setup when you enter from it, so... Molly to be laid down, Relaxy. Ooh, burns, that will be hurt. So he throws a flash to perhaps get away from the angle. No, remains in it, just prevents any pushes. On the other side of connector reside 2 players, who have now since evacuated out of it. They're looking to cover B. This setup is what actually brought them the round in the last round of regulation. And it's a huge setup towards B. I mean, even with the molly, yeah, the smoke is gonna be there, and the boo is still in play. They look for it, but still Quinky will go down. Brilliance with another, and yeah, that's pretty much the round, isn't it? They try to spam somebody down through the smoke. Relax, he will find one. Blow open the smoke. Not ready for it. Cashlid with the frag. The refrags will be there. They make it a 2v2 game. Everyone's so close, but Yumsen with one through the smoke, and now just Cashlid left alive. He gets the first. Knows the other one was CT as well. We'll just go for the plant. Meanwhile, Yumsen has gone for the quick relocation towards mid, but he's on the op as well, so just a battle of the oppers here, really. As he peeks in, Cashlid is holding this. This should be his frag, unless he changes angles. Ooh, Yumsen is really drawing out the time, but no, he will swing for it. Shot miss from Cashlid. That is a huge miss. And now he doesn't know where he has gone. Now Cashlid is the one who has to scramble for answers here. As he frags in, it will be the pickup for Cashlid. He stays strong, puts K27 on 14th here. Say Lazeka, not Lazuka. My bad. We'll go for Lazeka now. Yeah, that's a huge clutch. I mean, I like how he was just so aware, so determined to just hold mid. Push comes through, but Yumsen will be there to punish the quick push. What ew, huh? Zido, I can't believe this. And there's the op on the other side now. This really, guys? That's how you get the 15. That's how you get the flawless T side. This is what I see in matchmaking. I mean, everyone makes mistakes. Even in pro games, there's a lot of funny moments. And Savage that nades eats away just enough to leave him on 1 HP. But it will be Cashlid finishing him off in the strongest way possible with the op. So 15 to 12 here on the scoreboard. Even though PeeP forced the overtime, they now need to secure 3 more in a row to force double overtime here, and it simply doesn't seem like it's gonna be that possible. Yeah, check this replay. I hope we see the... No, what are you, huh? Well, enjoy the 4 FPS montage. Something has gone horribly wrong. In the meanwhile, we'll have a little bit of a tech pause as well. Not sure what this one is about, but... Also, we need to switch sides here. Do need to do it. Telling production right now. Give me a second. Yeah, there we go. That's looking better. That's looking like the K27 we saw in overtime. And that last round, I mean, it just leaves a sour taste, really. So, I don't really hold much hope here for PeeP. I don't really see how they can get 3 in a row here. Sure, K27 are on the worst side to play on, but honestly, they just need 1 round. This being their best map as well, like, surely you have a gimmick play to just bring it over the line. Hey Mike, you were right after all. Although I'll give you this much, I mean, this was a very close game. I think just really a battle of the bottom of the barrel here. Like, it wasn't exactly like a good game where both teams play so well. It's just a game where a lot of mistakes are made, and especially judging by that last round, you know, K27 are the ones to step on the mines a little bit less. I think Brilliance might have spotted somebody on the other side there. They're going for the passive swing in. That's a spot, but the elimination will be there from Quinky through the molly. Cashlid will refrag Zito with another, and now a 2v4. Surely not, although Yumsen has some other ideas here. They cracked open the site. The nade is there, but I mean, they'll at least get the plan. 10 seconds on the clock. Ooh, and Lazuka goes for the big frag, the big peak. Lazeka looking for more, and no time left. K27 with 4 rounds straight in overtime. What they couldn't do in regulation gets taken away from PeeP in overtime. So, as we head into this,